Hey guys, so here is part 2 of my Nickelodeon videos. This is just some stuff that I actually had laying around in a box in my room. I told you that I had a lot of this stuff, so I plan on doing a lot of different videos with some of this stuff just so you guys can see. So let's just get started. So we have new stuff, we have old stuff. We'll start with the old stuff. So I got this off eBay a few years ago, and this is the Matchbox collection of the 90s Nickelodeon cars. I don't know, it's not Hot Wheels, but it's Matchbox, I don't know. So we have the Wild Thornberries. Let me move some of this out of the way. We have the Wild Thornberries RV there. And then we have, it looks like a cat dog car, a Hey Arnold bus. What is that one? Rugrats. And just a Nickelodeon Volkswagen up there. And I never did open this because I didn't want to open it. I thought it was better as a collector's. So the side of the box is really cute. Back of it, and then the other side has the Rugrats on it. And I think they have another set of these, but that's the only set that I have. And then this I found at the thrift store a little while ago, and it's actually just stickers that people put on their walls. I never opened this either, and looking through the back, it's a lot of Chucky. So when was this made? This was actually 2003, so it's not too old. Let's see if we can see when these okay, so these are 2000. That surprises me. I actually thought that they would be older than that. And then the other old thing that I have on the table are these little notepads that actually came from Hardees. Okay, these are from 94. And I really like these. I can't remember where I got these at. Probably eBay. These weren't originally mine. But the bus has all the little characters, the original Nickelodeon characters. So Ren and Stimpy, Rocco, Doug. It says Nickelodeon Cruise and Notepad. And I don't know, I guess Hardees gave this out maybe in their kids' meals. On the inside it shows you how to make a paper plane, which I can never do for some reason. Oh, and it says airmail. The papers are air. Look at it. So that's kind of neat. And it's actually in really good shape to be from 1994, guys. So if you see the back, it actually says Hardees on it. And this other thing is an organizer, and it's also from Hardees. And that's what I really think is neat. I mean, look how cool. What little kid would not have been thinking that they were all that with that? So this is really cute. It says a peek at the week, and it's got different characters on different days. So we have Doug, Pork Chop, Stimpy, Ren, Rocco, Spunky, and Tommy. It's all these different colors. I think one of the things that drew a lot of kids to Nickelodeon in the 90s was just all the colors, and they made so many messes in the shows, and like the slime. Everything was just really well thought out. A lot of thought went into it. Anybody could watch the cartoons and like get it. Kids, adults could find something that they like to. And now I feel like cartoons are just kind of generic. So These are some stencils. That's also in the planner. Like, they just don't make stuff like that. They don't put that much thought into stuff anymore like they used to. I feel like things were made better. It's just a better time. And in the back it has a subject and a due date. So like you could put, like if you had a math paper due, what it was and when it was due. And I think these little organizers and notepads are pretty rare. I don't think that there's a lot of them out there still. It looks like that's all for that. Yep, Hardees, 94. Okay. Let's see what else we have. So the rest of this stuff is newer stuff. All of these are keychains that came in mystery packs, so you had to buy them separately. They were like $5. Obviously, I had some disposable income at some point. But so you didn't know which one you were getting, so you could get the same one. And I think I got all of these. They came from Hot Topic, so. Okay, so I'm just going to go through and kind of show you what I have, because they are kind of neat, just the way that they're made. So, Chucky from Rugrats. Stimpy, which is one of my favorites. And they're all kind of like fat. I don't know. They're made funny, but I really like them. The cat dog one is pretty neat too. You know, I probably watched Cat Dog and Angry Beavers the least. Maybe Wild Thornberries too. I really watched mainly like Rocco, Auro Monsters, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, and Doug. That's where it was at. And Clarissa Explains It All, but that was like a live action show. Which I heard that they were trying to redo Clarissa Explains It All, but I don't know if that's true or not. I know that they wrote a book. I read it not too long ago about what Clarissa's life would have been like if she got older. And it was really good. If you enjoyed that stuff, you guys should look it up. So, Auro Monsters, this is Ickis. And then we have Patrick. And finally, this is probably my favorite one out of all of these. It's Reptar. And for some reason, I don't ever think of SpongeBob as being such an old cartoon, but it is. Like, it came out when I was 9 years old, and I'm 30 now, so, you know. But I guess it's the only one that's still going. So, it's made Nickelodeon a lot of money. And then, oh, I have this. This is Legends of the Hidden Temple, the board game. I haven't played this yet, mainly because it's 4 to 12 players. Like, I feel like that's a lot. But I do plan on playing it. I feel like it's going to be one of those games you really have to think about. Like, some strategy behind it. I used to really love to watch that show. And the little monkey they could never get together, even though it was only 3 pieces. So, and this actually came from Target. And I think that's the only place, like only store that you could buy it at. You can probably buy it on eBay or something, but. And then this is a newer thing too. Got so much stuff here. This is a 500-piece Rugrat puzzle. I got this in Tennessee a few years back. There's like a little collector store down there in Gatlinburg. So I haven't done that yet. Puzzles are very time consuming, and I feel like I spread myself pretty thin as it is. So let me see if I can find that Clarissa Explains It All book in just a second. So I found more than I expected. So the actual book that I was talking about Clarissa's life when she's older and grown up, is this one. It's called Things I Can't Explain. So that was such a catchy name for this book. It's a Clarissa novel, and it's by Mitchell Kriegman, and that's who did the original Clarissa. So I read this, and I really felt like it was just a continuation of the show. It was really good. It turned out how you would want Clarissa's life to turn out, and I hope that they do another one because I really enjoyed it. Let's see, from the creator of Clarissa Explains It All. They've even got a blonde girl, which it's not her, obviously, but if you were into that show, definitely check that book out. So next, I have, Melissa Joan Hart, who actually played Clarissa, wrote her own book about, the TV show. She also did Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She did some movies. And she was young, she was a teenager when, Britney Spears was a teenager and, Paris Hilton and all that. So she writes about, experiences with that, with the show. It's also a really good book. I really like Melissa Joan Hart. And it is called Melissa Explains It All. You will like this book too. Alright. Stack it up here. And then some other stuff that I found that I have is this Nickelodeon Slimed book. So it is the oral history of Nickelodeon's golden age. This says the behind the scenes story of the network that shaped a generation. So I haven't read this. I don't know why I haven't read this because I've had it for a while. I think it's a lot of interviews though. It's reading interviews. So if you're into that kind of thing, check it out. Of course, I wanted it just to collect. And then I also found the Ren and Stimpy Sick Little Monkeys book. The unauthorized Ren and Stimpy story. I haven't read this either, and I've had this forever. But it's really thick, guys. So, let's see what it says. Saga of the greatest TV cartoon of all time. So, I'd say this is pretty interesting, too. I know there was a time when Nickelodeon wanted to ban Ren and Stimpy. It was really edgy, and if you go back and watch it as an adult, you're kind of be like, oh, okay, this probably shouldn't have been on a kids network. But it was my favorite, and it still is. So check that out if you're a Ren and Stimpy fan. Alright. So, I hope you guys enjoyed all of this. I've got plenty more. Don't worry. If you enjoy Nickelodeon or 90s stuff, 90s toys, 90s memorabilia, I have tons of it. So just stay tuned, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Good night.